I have that, and
Yeah,
things are going good. I think that a good trick today I just thought of, since Josh is in the background, is
right.
we
I
can
saw him
show
there.
people.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Josh, here, soft drink. Well, you've had too many. Had enough soft. Show our viewers all soft drinks. And you can start off with that. No, Mama said fish. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta. Oh, Josh.
Well, it's nice to see him. I
Yeah.
don't think he's been on the show before.
Yeah. Come here, Josh. Shower. Well, let's say hi. Say hi to Mark. Hold
Hi,
on.
Josh.
Let's say so, Josh. So
It's
this is
okay. Whatever he. Yeah.
that's fine. This is what he does. So, Josh, you're obsessed.
Yeah.
Tell the viewers he's obsessed with soft drinks and shower. So, what he
Oh,
wants to do here, he says
yeah.
he wants shower, soft drink. Well, I have to go down and get one. I think he should wait. But that's the problem that oh, the camera, if it can go over there, you can see all the cans of soft drink on the table. And he's obsessed with them. And,
Yeah.
and so that's what us parents of autistic kids worry about, is we worry
Yeah.
about uh, I mean, they only eat certain things and they want certain things, and it's hard to be a disciplinarian. You just have to you have
Yeah.
to you have to say,
Well,
okay, we're going to do this. We're going to put the soft drinks in the cooler, and I buy a two
it's,
liter, and I let them take a sip
yeah.
of it. Now the
Yeah.
plumbing shop, he knows they're down there in the machine.
Right.
So, so that's the problem.
What have you and your wife set up something for him when y'all are pass away or gone?
Yeah,
What do
yeah. What we
you
do
know,
is,
for the sake of the audience, what do you set up? What kind of an organization?
yeah, yeah. What you do is you establish a special needs trust, and
Okay. Now,
what
is
you're
that
doing.
most states have that or not?
Yeah, all state. It's in all states, and you get a lawyer to set up the trust, and
Right.
what you're doing to officially legally do it. Now, your financial advisor uh, that does this, and what I do is I have a list of 4 different people that have special needs kids, and they do this from a personal experience and a passion. And so they're going to guide you through it from personal experience. And
Right.
and so what you do is you take your wills and the house and your life insurance, and you put that all in the trust. So then when
Right.
your child passes away, then that money is in the trust. And it's also like if and the rules on Medicaid now, if they have so much money, if they get a big lump sum of money, they can lose their Medicaid. So you
Yeah.
need to, any money that they get needs to be dropped into the trust.
Right.
And
So it's not theirs. It just comes to them a little bit month by month.
yeah, it comes to them a little bit at a time. And what you're doing with your low functioning and your high functioning kids is that you have a team, you put together a team of people that help your child, which is a little bit
Right.
different than the trust. The trust, you set that up, and then that's in place, and then you have other people that you bring on board. Like when you're young, the kids are running around, and you're not thinking about this, and grandma and grandpa are
Right. Of
getting
course.
older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grandma and grandpa, when they get older, they're going to step back, and so you're always looking at your nieces and nephews, the little kids running around, little teenagers running around, and they think about going to college, and you keep saying, now we're going to need your help when you grow up, because your mom and dad
Mhm.
are we need your
Yeah,
help. And so
yeah,
just be thinking about what you're going to do, what kind of career you're going to have, and how you can help me. Are you going to be into finance? Are you going to be into are you a drill sergeant? Are you a hand holder?
yeah,
Whatever
yeah,
personality you have, just think about that. So then you set up everything with your team of people and who is going to watch your child and take care of your child or take your child in. And it like if they're lower functioning and you might have to be looking for a day center, and you might have to move to a different city. And that's the problem
yeah.
that parents get into is we want the best resources for our child. So we've got family, but then it depends on our child. We may have to move to where they're or retire to another place that has a good facility, depending on,
What
yeah.
what are the national or regional groups that parents can join that are kind of a nonprofit that would guide them through some of this?
Yeah, I think that the Autism Society of America is a good one. Is a good.
Is it say autist or
It's
what?
autism. It's Autism Society of America. I think they changed their name. It used to be, I think it's just Autism Society. What I need to do is let me
They
go
might
because
have
what
be,
I've been.
they might be international now, perhaps, or
Yeah, yeah, they're what I've been working on is the resource page on my website. And so
Mhm.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that. I'm going to scroll down to autism, the bigger national organization.
Yeah,
Uh, the national people for autism are like you've got US Autism. So that one it's usautism.org. They're a good
okay,
group. And then
all
there is,
right,
and then the Autism Society is just
right,
autismsociety.org,
right,
and they're a big one. And then
right.
to get news, there's there's Spectrum News, and so they're
Spectrum, okay.
yeah, Spectrum News. And and Disability Scoop. So though they're more of the reporters than advocates.
Disability Scoop,
Yeah,
SCOOP.
yeah, that's the other one, Disability Scoop uh, .com. And so they're good. They're trying to they're doing the news. So like if
Now,
something
how much?
something
Now, these things all have fees, monthly fees, right, or not?
I don't know. I think everybody's not all of them. The Autism Society doesn't. I mean, they want you to join a local chapter and and be a member. So, Disability Scoop and Spectrum News, uh, I think there's lots of stuff on their main page that you don't have to go behind the paywall. I think
Okay,
that a lot of these places now they're following the model of the newspapers that like the New York Times and other papers to make money to survive, they have to put stuff behind a paywall and everybody's
yeah,
used to paying
but
five
they don't put
dollars a
every,
month or eight
yeah,
dollars a month, and if
yeah.
they got lots of money, then they don't remember it, and it automatically
Mhm,
comes out on their, and they're not even aware of it. So I think that if Spectrum News and Disability Scoop eventually
mhm,
they may do that, and it's for a good cause because they're advocates, and I mean they're reaching the autism community and or the disability community, and so it's a good little thing to support.
Well, I think, some people with an autistic child don't have family that wants to participate.
Yeah,
Just because we try to get family to participate doesn't mean they're going to want to.
yeah.
So we got to have somebody. What about these places that a child might have to go into? Are some of them less expensive? Are some of them paid for by the state?
Well,
I mean,
what
if
they
a
are,
family gets in real trouble,
yeah.
where they just can't afford something, what the hell do they do?
Well, it's very bad because, and that's why I want all these parents to get their financial house in order, and they have to go to the therapist and work out all their financial immaturity because they have to, when they're young, get a giant life insurance policy and name the child the beneficiary. So they need to be able to
Can
have the
they,
money.
will the companies sell them one even?
Well, I think they will. I think they will. I think that's why you get with the autism, the guy that's going to set up, the guy or gal that's going to set up your special needs trust, they're finding these people
Now,
that
if
will
somebody
do that.
calls you, you can help them with all this stuff, obviously, right?
Yes, I can. And
Now,
I can
what is
help.
your,
Yeah, I
let's,
can help them and I can steer them in the direction. Like I will steer them toward that direction. So what they could do,
let's get your contact information
yeah,
in
let's
here
do
so we
that.
can
Let's
repeat
do
it
that.
later. Go ahead.
Well, that's right. So it's it's the email address is rob at life coaching for special needs families. So that's really a long one. I'm so it's rob at, and then you go life coaching for FOR, and then special, and then needs with an S, and then families, which is IES, .com. So, and then my website is that without the
Right.
Rob at in front
Same
of it. The
thing.
main
Right.
thing,
Right.
the easiest thing to do is to call me at 502-541-5038, and then I will send
Okay.
you a link to the website. Now, if you're on or to my email, I'll send you the information so then you can just click on it and cut and paste because a lot of people, a lot of these young kids, they're on their phone, and I've been told by tech experts that people are not going to be able to type all that in on their phone. They're going to get frustrated and they're going to go off to somebody else. Now,
Yeah.
Mark, I know we grew up on Windows 3.1 and we figured all this stuff out, but these young whippersnappers, um, and I'm helping all the families. I'm helping the young
Yeah.
kids that they're all of a sudden this child's got autism. They're in their 20s or 30s. They're
Yeah.
overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. And so I'm helping them plus our generation who are grandparents of these kids.
Yeah.
So they can
Well,
just call me. You can
yeah.
call or text anytime. I'm on Eastern time zone.
Now, when you
So
say any time, you're not going to let them call you 24 hours a day, are you?
well, I'm not. You can text me 24 hours a day because you
Okay.
might need a different time zone. And you say, I just found this. You told Mark that I could text anytime. I'm sorry if this ding wakes you up. You told me I could text anytime. And so,
All
but
right.
I'm not gonna reply in the middle of the night, and I will text you back when I can. And what's
Right.
good about texting me and or setting an appointment is you're putting skin in the game. You're making a commitment. And then
Yeah.
what I want you to do is to start think about, well, what do I want from Rob? What do I want to work on? And that
Yeah.
process of planning out what
Mm.
you're going to do gets you ready for the session and you're going to feel better. So go ahead.
Now there, okay, I asked you questions because first session is free or not?
Yeah, first session is free. We'll do a
And
free,
how
uh,
long is it?
it's a 45 minutes.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. How, I'm trying to think about this young family. These kids are probably maybe their early 20s, mid 20s.
Mhm.
they have their first child.
Yeah.
How far into that childhood do they know, okay, this something's wrong? And then they send the kid to the doctor, and the doctor goes, yeah, your child has autism. And
Mhm.
when does that start happening? Are they 30 by then or what?
Well, it depends on the person and amount of denial they're in, and and it really does. I mean, you
That's
get
well said, though.
well,
Yeah.
it is rough, and
Yeah.
the single parents have it the worst, and that's what I'm really big on.
Okay.
I want the
Okay.
parents to stick together. I teach conflict resolution skills because you're going to have this child for the rest of your life. So all your dreams and ambitions are going to change. And so you have to go through the process of getting over this denial, all these stages of denial with having an
Mm.
autistic child.
Wow.
And so
Mm.
so you're going to recognize stuff, and mom and dad's denial is different. Men are problem solvers, and we realize we can't fix this problem and we shut down. Mom's denial
Mm.
is, I'm super mom, I'll fix this. This can't be true. There's got to be something out there.
Mm.
And that's when they fall prey to, there are some scammers, but most of the time it's other moms. It's something that worked really good, like a SIA or LifeWave or Cell Defender, and these moms really believe it, and they're getting some compensation for it. And so the new mom that's in denial, she latches on to that. So that's part of what's going on. So, and then the doctors, you take them to the doctor, and the doctor, um sometimes they have an agenda, or they don't really want to say it, or they're trying to figure out, how do I roll this out, or they're just in and out in a few minutes, and they're distracted. So you have to hang with us autism families and experts. You go to my website, you get on, like, for moms, get on the Facebook groups. A mom will throw out a question, and as a dad, I think, oh, I can help. Then I look, 121 different people have already commented. I move on to the next one.
Mm.
The moms have
Mm.
taken care of it. So what you need those
Yeah.
moms and dads, and then you also need people like me that can sit on our hands and listen and give you a place to listen.
Yeah.
And so you need both.
Mm. Well, how long do most people go through the denial phase? 2, 3 years or what?
It takes at least 3 years, and everybody's different, and it depends on the level of support they've got, and what's going on. It's yeah. I mean, some of them go on the rest of their life. They can't handle it, and that's very sad when these kids need the help. And so
I was gonna say the kid through that lifetime is struggling and not nobody's. Oh boy.
yeah, it's very sad, and that's what I want. I want these families to stay together, and if you're divorced and you're dating a person with a special needs child, then call me. Don't get all involved and get mad and leave. Just call me and let me coach you through it so you can figure out what to do. And I want these
What
moms not to be victims to.
is it usually if it becomes a single needs thing, it's usually the mom that has the
Yeah,
child.
yeah, because dads can run off, and they can abandon the child, and they can make up excuses and be in denial, and it's just their immaturity. And it's they're not they didn't have parents to teach them responsibility, and then they drink, they
Yeah.
get into drugs, and it's all about
Right.
denial. And then
Mm.
they have to grow up, and they might not ever grow up. So
Yeah.
so the
Oh.
child, you help the child one day at a time, and let them feel supported, and you have to teach the child self-regulations, because all their emotions are running at once, all the outside, the lights, the noise, and they're just brains are running torpedoes away.
But are they, some of these kids are only a little bit teachable. Usually the next day they've got the same level of understanding they had the day before, right?
Yeah, it does. And that's when you get into ABA therapy. Now, the autistic kids, the higher functioning kids are really mad about the ABA because they think that that they're not treating them with respect. And I
Right.
think,
Well,
and
yeah.
what I tell them is that you have to find an ABA therapist that's got a good heart. And then what we're doing is we're just explaining that poop goes here for the lower functioning kids.
Now what is an ABA
And
therapist?
ABA, it's called applied behavioral analysis. And it's based on Pavlov's law that if you ring the bell, then a dog salivates because he knows he's going to get food. And so because since these kids they want routine, they want to know what's going on because that's the only thing they can rely on because
Right.
everything's coming in at once. So with done with love, then it's a good plan. So I think it's good for the lower functioning kids. So you just have to because it's a good problem to have if you're higher functioning and you want to be mad at somebody, you want to be mad at Autism Speaks, you got in big trouble, and then you want to be mad at ABA. That's great that you can advocate for yourself. Now, ABA is good for the lower functioning kids because we can say, like it helps my son not to run off. I'll say, Josh, wait. And he will wait because that's been drilled in. When dad says wait, I wait. Because the
Okay.
autistic
Okay.
kids, they don't, they could be cold, but they could be carrying a coat, but not understand, well, I put my coat on when I'm cold. They don't think conceptually, the lower
Right.
functioning ones. So the higher functioning ones don't need a lot of ABA. They need self-regulation tools so they can
Mm.
not get mad and understand all the autistic kids, they're in they have everything's coming at them 100%. They have
Right.
ADHD
Right. Yep.
also.
So people in your field tend to feel like there are higher functioning and lower functioning kids.
Yeah, and they get mad about that too. I had a um and so the parents get mad about that, the kids get mad about the higher functioning kid. They get mad about saying low functioning and high functioning. And what we're doing is we're using the word neurodivergent. And that helps with a whole lot of things. Neurodivergent, and we started off with saying, well, it's a spectrum. You got high and low, and we're somewhere on the
That's the last thing I heard. Yeah.
yeah, and I think let's use the word spectrum, let's use the word neurodivergent, because what we want to do is we want everybody to be under the same tent so we can support everybody. We can, and without dividing us up into camps, and we want because the lower functioning kids need lots of support, and the higher
Yeah.
functioning kids need a different type of support. If we can get
Right.
through to them to listen, to see that, to work through their anger and their sadness and their fear, and be able to self-regulate all those emotions, then they can self-regulate, they can self-coach, and then we can be there, we can build them up to where they can handle
Okay.
things and live on their own or live with some support. Because you got back to
Yeah.
the original question I want to answer about the homes, that the only time the government steps in, and the states fight this because it's very expensive to have 24-hour care for a child. So that's really the most uncontrollable, I mean, violent. Uh, they take a swing at everybody unless they're really medicated. And but
Does this
what the
tend to
state
be the
that
lower
yes,
functioning
that's the
kids do
well,
this?
it's the problem is that it's more the lower functioning ones. We could, generally speaking, yes. Hold on, Josh. Wait. We're going to finish in a minute with Mark. Can you wave to Mark? And so,
Uh,
Josh, Josh would be considered on the low functioning. Now he's happy and content, Josh. If you have your toys and access to soft drinks, he's potty trained, and a family would adopt Josh. That's one of the things that they do. That mom and dad die, somebody adopts Josh, and then they get like $900 a month to take care of Josh. So they take that money, and a third of that.
Okay,
So what happens is that they take that money, and half of that goes to they say, okay, what they use part of that money to pay their mortgage and their expenses because the child is benefiting from being under that house. And then the
right.
food. So part of that goes to the household. And the other part of that money goes to therapy. And so they're taking care of that child, and it's a great, glorious thing. These parents, they're in their, somebody in their 50s takes over a child and they take care of them for the rest for 30 years. And so, but
Is
you
that
get people like
$900 enough?
$800 a month should be, but it's going to go up all the time because that's, Josh, hold on, Josh, let go.
But you can
There's a
let him
crack.
go if you want. It's okay,
Well, I
Rob.
just want to end with this. I want to end with this because we
All
talked
right,
about the
all right,
homes, the group
right.
homes. Children like Josh could live in a group home and they'd have a 24-hour staff person. And so that's what they want to do. And so
Is
you're
that
gonna,
been created? Is that a thing that's in existence right now?
yes, that's what they do with children like Josh. Then they're in a group home, and then the medium level functioning people or people that work, that's what they would be. So they would be in a group home. Everybody's going to be in a group home. If they're not with mom and dad, then they want to be in a group home. Only the very, very troublesome are in the state, and the state doesn't want to take that on. Pull, Josh, pull. So Josh is pulling me away, and when you have a special needs child, then this is what you deal with. You have they need 24-hour care. Now we can modify some of this with ABA therapy. Now he's been very patient and he's let me do this interview, and now he's pulling me out of the screen.
All right, all right. Love you
gotta hit
guys.
that.
I'll talk to
Gosh,
you.
I gotta hit. No, Mark will have to hit the end button. We're going.
I'm good. I'm good. Talk to you
Wait,
later.
Josh. Wait
All
for
right.
our viewers.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Here we go.
Bye-bye.